This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting, proudly sponsored by Empire Fight Store. I'm joined by Adam22 in Las Vegas. Adam, it's good to see you.
How you doing, dog? What's going on?
I'm 18, I'm in Vegas. I should have got a fake ID, Adam.
Should have got what?
A fake ID.
Oh, what? So you can't go out to clubs or anything?
No, I'm 18.
Oh, damn. That's tough. No, you don't want a fake ID out here. They check them crazy.
Really?
They got this crazy scanner thing. They're going to throw you in prison, dude.
Oh, okay, so I kind of saved myself there.
Probably did, yeah.
You don't want to get in trouble in another country either.
No,
that'd be a bad thing.
No.
But what's going on with you, Adam? What have you been up to?
Basically just like making an online content, trying to put my dick in some vaginas, just doing the whole porn star thing, you know.
Do you prefer filming your podcast with no jumper or doing plug talk?
Wait, what about it? Do I prefer?
Yeah, what's the kind of advantages and disadvantages of either?
So no jumper is kind of like, there's less of a climax, you know? Like I could film 3 or 4 episodes in a day.
Adam, that's crazy.
What?
Filming 4 episodes in a day and they're like an hour and a half long.
Yeah, basically. But I mean, that's like easy for me. Whereas when I do plug talk day, it's like a lot of times I'll have to 2 or 3 times in a day. So it's like, there's this like big apex of energy, and then all of a sudden it's kind of like back to normal, and then I gotta do this again, and then it's a weird feeling, honestly. Yeah.
But I make sure to upload an interview per day, but you're doing like 4 podcasts in a day, these podcasts like an hour and a half. Do you research them? Do you go off the top of your head? How do you plan it?
Yeah, I research the out of them. Yeah, I'm always prepared, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's just, I've been doing it for so long, it doesn't really take that much out of me, you know?
But I think that's when you interview the Nell Boys. I found quite interesting on your podcast. You said that sometimes you don't like to do much research. Still on the podcast, you can clearly find out what they do, and you go along with it that way.
It's a fine balance because it's like sometimes I could interview somebody and have no preparation, but it's a good thing because the fans are also getting to know them right now. But then, you know, if I interview Angela White and I haven't, you know, made myself familiar with the fact that she's been doing porn for like 10 years, that's kind of weird. If I interview a rapper who's got 10 albums and I clearly haven't heard one of them, yeah, it kind of sucks, you know? So it's like a balance, you know, where you still want to be curious about them. You don't want to know everything about them, but you also don't want it to be boring, you know?
And at this stage in your career, when you've interviewed so many big names, can you remember your kind of first dream interview where you realised, oh, blimey, I've interviewed that person now, I kind of made it, I found my level?
I remember back in the day interviewing Master P, and even though it's not even close to the most views I ever got in an interview, I was just like, holy f***, I just got Master P to let me fucking interview him. Like, I must be doing something right in this whole rap game. So that was when I kind of knew, I guess, yeah.
And you started off kind of doing the BMX interviews, we started filming BMX tricks, then converted into kind of podcasts, and then since then you're doing rappers, porn stars, people like that. Do you think ever you'll go back to sort of interviewing more BMX people, or is that just too niche?
Yeah, I mean, I still love BMX, but like I don't really feel like I add a lot of value to either my life or the BMX riders when I interview them because I'm just not deep in the game like that. And there's like a new generation of BMX interviewers that are doing their thing. So, yeah, I mean, I still interview BMX dudes once in a while, though. I interviewed Ryan Mills and Dakota Roach this year, and maybe some other people too, I forget. But yeah, I mean, I still dip my toe in once in a while, but I also, you know, porn, rap, it's kind of where the money's at for me, you know?
Yeah, certainly. It's crazy. I never knew before I came here with a few people who are in the industry itself, how much money and people actually are really interested. But yeah. I don't take too much of time. I've got a couple of questions left. No, I found something quite interesting when you're talking on your podcast is when you've had so many guests on your podcast, and when your guests, let's say, guests are in trouble with the police, and you put a clip out of it on Instagram, or you put blah blah's been arrested, and you post it on the No Jumper Instagram, and they get annoyed at you, is that trouble there?
I mean, sometimes, yeah. It's like if you want to be friends with me, if you want to be on good terms with me, that means also accepting that your life is now content. So if you say something offensive on Twitter, if you get into a fight, if you get arrested, whatever, it's like this is all stuff that we like have to document. Yeah. And I can't just give you a pass because I'm friends with you or because I like you or whatever. It don't really work that way. You know, I gotta be fair as much as I can. So yeah, you know, I've lost a lot of friends over us like reporting on them fairly. But, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. They're a bunch of babies.
Okay, so it wasn't the biggest end in the world, but you lost a few contacts.
I don't give a yeah, they can suck it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm about the content, you know. If they ain't on board for the content, it is what it is.
I guess it is what it is. Just one question left. When you've kind of achieved so much in the podcast industry, you know, you recently, I think it's only been going for like a year, the Plug Talk, how do you come up with new ideas, new inventions for you yourself and the business?
Well, the tricky part now is like figuring out how I can start new businesses and also be able to make it like fit into my life and I actually have enough time for it. You know, that can be kind of difficult. So like with Plug Talk, I didn't really realize when I started it, it's like, oh no, you're going to have like 1, maybe 2 days a week, you're going to have to fucking do this shit. So it's just an issue of making the best balance of your time, you know. But for me, it's like I have to stop myself all the time. I had an idea for a porn site while I was out here this week that I personally feel like I could make 6 figures a month off of. But it's like, do I really have enough time? Do I really feel like I have like the energy to put into that? I'm not really sure. So it's really about building a team around you. It's like if I have a team around me that I'm confident in, then I could presumably start a lot of businesses. So I don't know.
You mentioned time quite a few times, and that's the last sentence. How do you manage to find time to balance everything out? What's your time management like?
I have a schedule for like every day for the next couple weeks in advance, and it tells me exactly what I'm doing. And then I take all the stuff I'm passionate about or excited about that I really want to do, and I try to just squeeze it in. But yeah, I try to pack my schedule out with as much as possible so that I can just be as productive as possible. And yeah, time's the one finite resource. Like, you know, the richest man in the world. I was watching a documentary about Bill Gates, and they showed like what he does in a day, and I was like, whoa, that's like me. Like, he has a normal schedule. Like, he'll do like a couple meetings and like an hour or two of working on this thing and like some time working on his emails. I'm like, me and Bill Gates have the same amount of time. It's just about how you manage it, you know? Yeah.
So I guess to be successful, when you've got so much going on, to not get overloaded and stressed out, time management is the key. But Adam, you're one of my heroes. I do appreciate you giving me the time of day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It means the world. Thanks, Adam.